why did you pick 7-Eleven? Why didn't you go to McDonald's? I mean,
This is my favorite question.
It's clearly right there. You're growing up. Your dad's walking in with the McDonald's.
This is my favorite question of any interview, and I love it because I'm like, who says I chose 7-Eleven? Like, I didn't choose I chose Chick-fil-A, I chose McDonald's, I chose Wingstop.
Shout out to Chick-fil-A.
And what happens? None of them wanted me. Where did I end up? 7-Eleven. But no, I think the process with the other ones are more picky. And I think with 7-Eleven, they have 10,000 stores, and they'll be having like 10,000 stores in the next couple of years within the entire United States. My 2 stores sit on the same exact corner, so you have a 7-Eleven right across the street from a 7-Eleven, so they have more options, and they need more franchisees. Chick-fil-A has a right to be more conservative. McDonald's has a right to be more conservative about like who they pick, but like 7-Eleven, they need people all the time.
And I think McDonald's cost a lot more though, right?
It did back then. I think now it's a little bit different.
Oh, it's a little more flexible now.
A little bit more flexible, especially since a lot of these companies have diversity programs now.
Yeah.
So I think it's a lot more flexible now. I can't speak on that, but for what I've heard, a lot of them have more diversity.
So, did your dad growing up? Did he just stay with 3, or did he continue to grow his portfolio, or did he have any conversations about expanding to different type of franchises that opened up your eyes to franchising?
So my dad had 3 of them. And that was it. Like, he opened his first one in the 70s. And then after that, I don't know when he opened the other ones. He ran his contract out, and one day he said, you know what, like,
I'm done with it.
Yeah, I'm going to go do something else. You know?
Okay.
And go from there. So I don't think that he was trying to expand anything. I think that, he worked really hard, and he kept getting one after the other. And that was it, you know? And then when he was done, he was done. But I always tell my dad, like, I'm going to beat you in everything. Like, he got 2 college degrees. I was like, I went and got 3. When I opened up my first 7-Eleven, I told him I was coming to get 4 of them. I was like, I'm going to get 4 of them, and I'm going to beat you. Like, I always try to, like, a little friendly competition. But after I got 2, I was like, I'm not getting them.
So why do gas stations do that? And I'm asking because in the neighborhood that I live in, well, not that I live in, that my office is in, they have a gas station right here. It's a gas station right here, and they're literally building one right here, and the other lot is vacant. And I don't know if that's going to turn into a gas station. So I'm like, the economics in my mind, just looking at an outsider, it don't make sense. So you being the insider,
having 2 gas stations on the corner.
Yes. How does that make financial sense to the people who are not, in that world?
So first and foremost, people always tell me, like, why did you build another store right across the street from it? Like, I didn't put another store. It's already there. Like, somebody else owned it. I bought it because then that means that there was no competition.
Oh, okay.
Right?
Monopoly. I love it.
All right. Now I own the corner.
Right.
I share staff, employees. I'm sorry. I share staff. I share supplies.
Systems. I mean, you can.
Yeah, like, it's super simple. But also, like, one of my stores gets the morning traffic, the other one gets the afternoon traffic. Traffic going this way out, traffic going this way back in.
Oh, I never thought about it.
Yeah, and like you say, like on road trips, you never know like what exit somebody's getting off onto on a road trip. What's more accessible? Some people like Exxon gas, which is one of my stations. The other one like Shell gas, which is the other station.
Okay.
So it just kind of like adds variety to a corner, but it makes it to where it's convenient for everybody. Because if it's not convenient, somebody's not stopping.
Right. So
I lose all the business if nobody stops.
So with the franchising model, having 2 franchises versus 1, is the profit margins on the second store a lot more profitable than the first one? The reason I ask, because, in some businesses, it's like the economies of scale allows you to continue to grow. And the more you go up, the cost becomes fixed cost because you got the same system, same accounting. You can rotate the staff, but the margins go up because this store may not need as much as when you initially started out. So.
Right. No, it's about the same. The only reason why they always say like your first store is your practice store, your second one you know what I mean, like you're gearing up to make money, the third one you start making money.
Right.
Like that's simple because then you're able to split your income, my personal income across 3 stores, which means I can then have, managers and all that other type of stuff. But no, it's about the same. I mean, it just depends. You just have to make sure that you get yourself a really good store. That's always the thing. Is like you have to make sure that you get yourself a really good store because if not, then you're stuck with a slump.